Good morning. Good morning and welcome. Boy, you can feel the excitement in the air. It's just wonderful. I'm Margaret Chadwell, and I'm very blessed to be the Senior Associate Dean for students here at Wayne State University and for this now matched class of 2024. Congratulations, truly. You are extraordinary. And I remember first meeting you, do you remember that hot summer in 2020 of the pandemic? And I remember thinking, how in the world are we going to do this? But I think I was like, we're going to meet in person, we're doing this. So we did. If you recall, in that hot July week, we were at Chevy Plaza just down the street, and we sat socially distanced, 6 feet apart, but we saw each other with the masks on. And we did meet one another, and that was your first foray into Wayne State University School of Medicine. And we didn't quite know how it was going to go, how we were going to really manage the pandemic, but here we are. So this is a huge testament to you being here today. And I just want to acknowledge that, your hard work. So round of applause for these matched students, class of 2024. So something else happened 4 years ago before you even got here that you really don't maybe know about, and that is that we had to cancel the match day for exactly 4 years ago. So everything you see here today, the spectacular setting, which by the way, it looks like spring has sprung in here a few days early, and yeah, it just looks beautiful. So we had to cancel with just a few days notice the entire match celebration because match day was just, it was the pandemic. So we had to pivot, and we pivoted to online. And at that time, we kind of barely knew what Zoom was. So that was kind of a big feat. But we did it and had an online celebration. But I'm so glad, that we are here. So I don't take these moments where you're here with your family, celebrating together with your friends. I don't take those for granted anymore. And they are precious. They are precious moments, and we cherish them. We cherish the people that we celebrate with. And there's one missing, and that is your classmate, Anthony Schiffor. And I want to just take a moment to recognize Anthony here, that we're missing him here today. We lost him to natural causes just over a year ago. He was outstanding. He would have been here with you. I'm 100% sure of that. So I just want to acknowledge him. So arriving here was no small feat whatsoever, and it is a testament to your very hard work, your resolve, your collegiality, and this day, where we hear so much about artificial intelligence. I'm going to submit that this room full of physicians, just about physicians, Wayne Warrior MDs, is testament to the human intelligence that it takes and the dedication. But it takes a little bit more. It takes a little bit more, and that is, I think, a providential hand that guides and sustains us, and that we recognize has been here not just today, but for the last really 8 years that I've been also here celebrating this day with you. And that is an 8-year track record of over 98% match rate in an increasingly really competitive environment. So hats off to all of you, and thank God. There are really a lot of people who helped get you here. Just look around you, all these wonderful people who are with you today, family, friends, significant others. And on behalf of the leadership, I want to just acknowledge also our faculty who are so dedicated, our staff, all of our health systems partners who are here from, I hesitate to say them all because I don't want to miss one, but Henry Ford, Ascension, Detroit Medical Center, Corewell, all the different systems that are here. We just want to thank you for teaching our students, for taking the time to do that and guiding them. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on because I realize I'm getting to that point. Okay. Okay, I can also assure you this day would not have been possible without Dean Steffes, who is our clinical dean. His clear direction, his dedication to your clinical training is just unparalleled. So I want to acknowledge that. Next, I want to recognize Dr. K. And Dr. K, you'll see up here in a moment. He's our Director of Career Advising, and you know it. He's been with you on, gosh, how many Zoom sessions, reviewing CVs, working with you, helping me with the dean's letters, and just everything that goes into career advising and selecting your specialties. And Mrs. Mayweather, who's our career navigator. And those two are just a rock star team. Just want to recognize them. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Wainio, my assistant dean. We just have a wonderful working relationship, and she's just been there every single step of the way. So I want to acknowledge her hard work as well. And Mr. Kirk Wanko, your counselor, your class counselor, who picked up in the middle, kind of where you were, which was not easy to do in the midst of everything that was happening, and has just guided you with a very steady, calm hand. And I'm so appreciative of him. By the way, Ms. Connors is here too. Right there. She's wearing red. I'm going to point her out. So she came from Canada to be here with you to celebrate today. And I know she got you started, and she was just wonderful, especially those first 2 years. Okay. Got to get to my actual notes now. But finally, okay, so I got to make sure I want to recognize up front, not at the back end where things get lost, my amazing, wonderful staff. And my student affairs crew, I can't say enough about. They prepared this day for you for a long time, and they are fun, they're hardworking. This was a tough week for us, but we had a lot of fun in the suite, the student affairs suite. So I just want to thank them for their just dedication. They are absolutely committed to students. And we say this often in our suite. If it's not for the students, we don't need to be here. That's the only reason. And our only motto, our mission is to serve. We serve students. That's all we really do. So thank you for putting your trust in us. And we are just so proud of you, our soon-to-be physicians. So now, though, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Weil-Sacher, our dean. Let me find my notes. So Dean Sacher came to us in 2022, and he had served as the chair of pathology in the school since 2008. And there's this huge introduction of all his many, many accomplishments. And every time that we come to introductions at a major event, he comes up to me right before and says, you know what, scratch all that. Just say that I'm totally student-driven. And that is truly what he is. And so, are you sure? Because I can read this whole thing. Okay. And he truly is. So I just want to thank Dean Sacher for his relentless leadership and getting us all to this point, because it would not have been possible without him.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chadwell. It is a pleasure to be with you on this very joyful day. A year ago, when we were talking about the match and all the celebration, we also put on the map of all the students the fact that we were in the process of making sure that your medical school is accredited. Many of you know now that in the fall of last year, the Wayne State University Medical School received from the LCME, the Liaison Committee on Medical Education, a full 8-year cycle of accreditation, which is the longest any school can have. So we are very, very proud. And I'd like to acknowledge the entire team, with essentially my right hand in much of this, your Senior Vice Dean and Vice Dean for Medical Education, Rick Baker, along with many, many names that if I start to list, I will miss some. So a round of applause to everyone who helped the student getting to where it is. Okay. Let me first welcome our students, our family and guests, your families who help all our students be where they are right now. You have again joined us on one of the most joyful days of the school. So to the students, congratulations to the faculty that Dr. Chadwell mentioned, to the staff, to the counselors of the school. There couldn't be a more collective effort behind the results as is in place right now. You've worked very hard to get to this decisive moment. During last year's match, an all-time high of 48,000 applications for residencies competed over 37,000 available residency slots. This competition is becoming harder and harder every year. I am proud that our last year's record of 100% match was the very exceptional peak of truly an exceptional decade. Margaret mentioned that for 7 or 8 years, 9 maybe, our match rate has been in the 97, 98, 99%, a full 5 percentage point above the national average of 93 to 94. Your successful match is a reflection of the dedication and devotion and sacrifices you made to become physicians in the first place. It is also a validation of the faculty of the Wayne State University School of Medicine, who stood by you from day one and who keep sharpening their skills and their updates of the curriculum and every aspect of the interactions with our students to ensure that this graduating class year after year remains some of the best clinically trained physicians around, actually, and the physician group that continues to supply the state of Michigan with at least 40% of its practicing physicians, considering that there are at least 5 other medical schools in the state. In every year, there is a small subset of our students, and everywhere, every institutions, who don't get to match on the first round. And many of you are familiar with the SOAP process, where this is altered quickly, and I'm mentioning that specifically to acknowledge your cheerful Dr. Chadwell, your stern, most capable Dr. Steffes, your smiling Dr. Eric Iyer, your supportive Dr. Komojajian, your always there Dr. Wenyu, Eva Wenyu. Sarkis, I apologize if I butchered your name. Although I grew up actually with many, many Armenian friends. But with that said, thank you for all what you do. Added to this team are all the counselors of the school and many, many more. So you move from a small subset, I'm not going to mention numbers, they are not exactly secrets, to a couple of students from this huge class that did not match, maintaining a very, very high upper 90s match rate. I would like to acknowledge also our clinical partners that Dr. Steffes arranged for our students to rotate with. We have clinical associate deans from Henry Ford, from Beaumont Cornell, from Trinity, from Ascension, from, am I missing anyone? DMC, which continues to be one of our largest, and the VA. So literally, all of you rotate in every health system in the area, which enriches your experiences. And guess what? Most of these systems, with no exception, would love to have you as residents, judging by our track record. As you graduate, I encourage you to remain connected with your alma mater. Wayne State University had probably the nation's largest alumni body, Wayne State University Medical School, per se. I'm sure you will hear from them, but suffice to say that on my watch for these couple of years, I have been super impressed by how dedicated our alumni to the school, but especially to the students. Mentoring, supporting activities like this and others, being available for career guidance, and the whole gamut. And this is increasing every year. And we would love to give them a round of applause also, our alumni. So, with that said, I would like to repeat my congratulations to our graduates, our soon-to-be residents this year. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dean Sacker. Our next guest is our Senior Vice Dean and Vice Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Richard Baker. Dr. Baker is a medical graduate of Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Never have a longer intro than your boss. So we're done. That's good. Thank you. That's it. We're good. We're good. So my job, this is about recognition today. We're going to recognize all of our physicians in training, but before we do that, I'd like to recognize the people that got them here. On behalf of the Office of Medical Education, let me first welcome our students, families, and guests. Up, up, up. You guys know, stand up, stand up. Come on. Stand up. You guys, that's right, here, let's go, yeah. You know the work you did to get these guys here, so. You've joined us on an auspicious and joyous day, and we are glad that you could celebrate with us as part of the Wayne State University School of Medicine family. I'd like to congratulate Dean Chadwell and her phenomenal, nationally recognized team for achieving yet again an outstanding match, 98%. I think, what, eight years in a row that we're above the national average? Thank you, Dr. Chadwell. Now, this achievement was the result of the relentless commitment and extraordinary efforts of all involved. In particular, I'd like to recognize the many faculty and staff involved in the MSPE process, the SOAP process, and the technical support that resulted in an amazing, unprecedented result. So please, Team Chadwell, up. All you guys, come on, Team Chadwell. All the tables. That's Team Chadwell. There we go. And while I'm at it, let me take the opportunity to express my appreciation for the extraordinary contributions of the entire medical education family. It takes a village. These physicians in training are the culmination of the efforts and support of each and every member of the medical education team. Each of you has contributed to who they are and will be as future doctors. Team medical education, all those people, please stand up. All of the faculty and staff, come on, please stand up. LaShawn. These are the people that got us here. So now, to our students. The faculty and I are happy to celebrate this major milestone with you. We share your pride in your accomplishment. 4 years ago, you thought you achieved your ultimate goal when you received your letter of acceptance in medical school. Within a week of school, you realized that acceptance was merely the first step in an arduous journey. A few weeks from now, graduation will mark the end of that journey. Today is a different celebration. You probably now realize that this day is really why you came here. When you open your envelope, it will not represent the end of a journey, but instead the beginning. It will mark the first day of the rest of your life as a physician that you now will be. You've worked very hard to get to this coveted and decisive moment. During last year's match, there were almost 5,000 more highly qualified applicants that were available than available residency positions. This year's match was even more intense. You will open your envelope in a few minutes with the knowledge that you have achieved your residency position and perhaps the most competitive match in the history of this nation. Your successful match reflects the dedication and sacrifice you have committed to becoming a physician. It also validates the faculty's faith in you and their sustained effort to educate physicians who will always be proud to say they earned their medical degree at Wayne State University. Many of you will match with hospitals in Michigan. This is a tremendous source of pride for us. We matriculate more residents of the state of Michigan into our medical school. We graduate more into Michigan residency programs, and we have more graduates practicing in the state of Michigan than any school in the nation. Proudly, we are Michigan's medical school. Graduates who do match outside of Michigan go to some of the most prestigious programs in the nation and can be seen virtually every state of the union. No matter where you land for this next phase of your medical education, we remain proud of our newest ambassadors. It has been our privilege to guide you into the field of medicine, and it will be our privilege to call you colleagues. Finally, and importantly, I encourage you to remain connected with your alma mater, with your classmates, with fellow alumni. In the years to come, the school will serve as your touchstone, and you will perpetuate the core values and clinical excellence of Wayne State University School of Medicine for your patients, for all those students who will follow in your paths. Congratulations in advance, class of 2024.
Okay, it's not a few minutes, 40 more minutes or so. So we still have a full program, but I do want to read this next introduction. And this is for Dr. K, affectionately Dr. K, who is a 1998 alumni of Wayne State, and he is trained as an emergency medicine physician. His dedication to our students and his many talents are evident in the multiple teaching, clinical, administrative roles he fulfills in the school. He is the EM Clerkship Director housed in the Department of Emergency Medicine in the Detroit Medical Center, where he also practices clinically. In 2018, he was appointed the Director of Career Advising in our unit in the Office of Student Affairs. And it is in this capacity that he has provided support and advisement to really so many of you here in this room who successfully navigated this process for residency application and the whole interview season. Dr. K is also very generous with his time in serving on the Blum Scholarship Committee and on the Alumni Board of Directors, where he volunteers with special programs. He comes to Future Docs, he hangs out, he just gives his support at all kinds of different community events. He has a tremendous work ethic, but he's also a load of fun. And boy, we were getting a little happy yesterday evening, trying to wrap this all up. So he's really wonderful to work with, and I'm really, really thankful that he's on my team. He will introduce our next guest speakers, and he will then also share the match statistics at the end. So I'll turn the program over to him at this time. Thank you. Dr. K.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chadwell. I did want the intro. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Piero Simone, Vice President of our Medical Alumni Association, and proud 1995 graduate of our School of Medicine. Dr. Simone is a board-certified ophthalmologist who specializes in advanced cataract and refractive surgery. He founded the Simone Eye Center in 1999 and continues to serve as president and medical director. Dr. Simone is passionately committed to our students and likely holds the record for hosting the most dinner with a doc meals, which I'm sure all the students appreciate. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Simone.
Thank you, Dr. K. I didn't want to mispronounce the last name. On behalf of the Medical Alumni Association, welcome to one of the most exhilarating yet nerve-wracking days of your lives. I am Dr. Piero Simone, Vice President of the Wayne State Medical Alumni Association Board of Governors, and a proud parent of a member of the class of 2025. So this is my practice run for next year at being an anxious parent, like many of you are today. I am honored to be here to celebrate with you and your loved ones. As you wait in nervous anticipation for the stroke of noon, when you learn where you're going to be completing your residency training, I want to offer you one valuable piece of advice. Remember that every individual in this room matched somewhere. Thousands of gifted and determined aspiring physicians across the nation did not match and would give anything to be in your position. So, whether you receive your first choice or your last, today is a day of celebration and accomplishment. As you reflect on your journey over the past 4 years, from the uncertainty and trepidation you felt during your M1 orientation to the confidence and assurance that you have now, the Medical Alumni Association has been by your side throughout. We've had the privilege of offering financial and moral support and career guidance as you have pursued the passions that landed you in this room today. In a few short months, you will officially become part of the esteemed Wayne State University School of Medicine alumni community, which holds the privilege and responsibility of being there for the next generation of students. As you progress, we implore you to never forget your roots and the outstanding education that you received at Wayne State, and it will be the foundation of your future success. Typically, at this point in my remarks, I would encourage you all to join the Medical Alumni Association. However, your medical school journey has been anything but typical. As a token of our appreciation for your dedication, perseverance, and grit, we offer every member of the class of 2024 a free, yes, I said free, 1 year, okay, just one 1-year membership to the Alumni Association. After that, you got to keep being a member though, okay? More details will be provided in the coming weeks, but we want you to know how much we value and appreciate you. On behalf of more than 26,000 alumni around the country and across the globe, we wish all of you the best in your next exciting phase of your medical training and assure you that we will continue to support you each and every step of the way. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Simone. Now I would like to introduce Elizabeth Cody, president of the class of 24. Elizabeth is a lifelong resident of Michigan and was elected by her peers, you, as class representative in the Student Senate, and then elected class president for 3 subsequent years. Elizabeth's advocacy for her peers helped shape their education, support services, and medical careers. It is a sincere honor to introduce Elizabeth Cody.
Hello. On behalf of Student Senate, welcome to Match Day, and thank you to our family and friends who've traveled from near and far to join us on this special occasion. Our class has been through so much between our first week of orientation on Zoom and all the ups and downs that come with gaining a medical education through challenging and changing times. I would venture to say that no class is more deserving of this celebration than ours, so congratulations. To build anticipation further, throughout the program, we will be recognizing the accomplishments of several individuals who display remarkable leadership and scholarship, and then we will open envelopes exactly at noon. I can hardly wait. Congratulations again, and Andrew will be announcing the first award.
Welcome, everybody. My fellow Senate members and I will now announce the winners of several scholarships and service awards. As the names of the winners are announced, we ask that the students come forward to have your photograph taken. The first award is the Herman and Ava Blum Endowed Award. This award will be presented by Miss Sonia Jeffrey, who is a longtime family friend, and Dr. Blum. And now we'll play a short introductory video for the Herman and Ava Blum Endowed Award. Thank you.
The key factors in setting up this award was my parents, who had been Jewish Holocaust survivors and had really impressed upon me the importance of serving man and mankind. And even though we were very poor, we had an incredible desire to raise ourselves from this poverty, to educate ourselves. And my parents, particularly with me, said, you can't forget the people you left behind, ever. So I think the question is, why set up the award now? I've thought about it for 6 years. I felt Wayne was instrumental in my getting a degree in medicine through scholarships, through encouragement, through many wonderful people and physicians that I saw dedicate their lives to helping people. And I thought we should have some acknowledgement for the people who go above and beyond. Everyone in medicine gives, everyone helps someone. When I considered the time and effort of each of these outstanding students dedicated to serving the community during medical school, I had wondered, where do they have time to go to class? I said they must excuse them, couldn't they? And I found out, no, they have to do everything. I said, they have to do everything? My God. At any rate, congratulations on your many achievements. I am very proud of you, and I'm sure the faculty and your fellow medical students are equally proud of your achievements.
The finalists for the 2024 Herman and Eva Blum Endowed Award are Yasmin Alkodrey, Sikander Kohan, Katrina Furman, Julia E. Please come forward so we can recognize your service to the community.
Katrina? And Julie?
This year's recipient of the 2024 Herman and Eva Blumenthal Award is Cedric Mudebai.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miles Hardeman, and I'm the president of the Arnold P. Gold Humanism Honor Society. So the Humanism Honor Society is an organization whose mission is to uphold the values of humanism and professionalism within the field of medicine. Each year, we recognize medical students, residents, and faculty members for their excellent clinical care, for their leadership, for their compassion, and for their dedication to service. I'm here today to present the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. This award is presented each year by our organization to one senior student and to one faculty member who best demonstrate outstanding compassion in the delivery of care, respect for patients, for families, and for their colleagues, and for overall clinical excellence. I'm honored to announce that this year's winners are my good friend and soon-to-be Dr. Cedric Mutebi and Dr. Christopher Steffies. Congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Zoha Qureshi, and I'm the treasurer for the class of 2024. The next award is the Herbert Mendelssohn Endowed Medical Scholarship. This scholarship will be presented by Dr. Diane Levine. Dr. Levine is a professor of medicine and also vice chair of medical education and clinical educator for the Department of Internal Medicine. She's a 1982 graduate of the School of Medicine and has received multiple awards for her excellence in teaching. Dr. Levine.
Thank you. So this award was in my dad's honor, but is now in his memory. My dad, Dr. Herbert Mendelssohn, was committed to excellence in patient care. He believed in the art of medicine and that patients should feel better after being seen, regardless of the treatment provided. He emphasized humanity, humility, and humor, and always going the extra mile to make a difference. Above all, he believed that physicians should maintain their enthusiasm. This award is given to two students whose enthusiasm, dedication, and passion for the field of medicine and for helping others embodies the ideals of my father, Dr. Herbert Mendelssohn. And the awardees are Dr. Thomas Spries-Tellner, I think I got his name right, and Dr. Emily Fisher, or at least soon to be. If you could come up for a photo op. There we are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Pooja Palamarsetti, and I'm the Vice President for the Class of 2024. The following set of awards are known as the Student Choice Awards. The first award that will be presented is the Class Marshal Award. The Class Marshal is the faculty member who will lead the class procession into the auditorium at graduation and the recession at the end of the ceremony. The Class Marshal is someone on the faculty at the School of Medicine whom students feel has contributed greatly to their education. I'm excited to announce that the winner is Dr. Sarkis Kuyumjian, also known as Dr. K.
Good morning. I am Arthi Patel, President of the Class of 2025, and here to present the Distinguished Leadership Awards. These are awarded by Student Senate in recognition of academic accomplishment and active participation in extracurricular programs which contribute to the betterment of this school. This year, the Student Senate chose to recognize 19 students whose service to the greater Detroit community stand out amongst their peers. If your name is called, please rise and remain standing so that the group can be acknowledged as a whole, and hold your applause until the end of all the names being read. Certificates and photos will be taken later this afternoon. And the winners are Andrew Abdullah, Maham Ahmed, Arvind Balasundaram, Sarah Battiston, Margaret Bovey, Joseph Files, Emily Fisher, Cullen Hudson, Mirna Kafarani, Elizabeth Cody, Jack Kulka, Jordan Molina, Cedric Mutebi, Emily Otiso, Pooja Polamarasetti, Zoha Qureshi, Thomas Russo, Benjamin Wright, and Jonah Youssef.
Congratulations to all. My name is Mirna Kafarani. I am the Executive President of Student Senate, and I have the privilege of presenting today the Volunteer Faculty Award. This award is given in recognition for clinical excellence in teaching, mentorship, and medical education. As the doctor way is, these wonderful human beings decided to be in clinic and put their patients first. So I'm going to read their names, and then we're going to give them a round of applause. Dr. P. Patel and Dr. Rachel Karmali.
Hello, I'm Dr. Eva Wainio, and I have the honor of presenting the Penfield Tischler Award. The award given to the senior who, in the opinion of their classmates, has developed an understanding of the art of medicine as displayed by the care and understanding of patients during the clinical years of medical school. Here are a few quotes written about our winner. I am nominating my colleague because she has shown great dedication to learning the art of medicine during her medical school career. When working with her on rotation, I have seen her provide empathetic and compassionate care to her patients. She really listens to her patients in order to make sure their concerns and questions are addressed without judgment. She has a gift of connecting with people and making them feel seen and heard. She considers individuality and is very open to learning more about cultural barriers to care to adequately address and care for her patients. There's no doubt in my mind that she exhibited all the qualifications for being an incredible physician with an outstanding understanding of the art of medicine. and it's certain to me that she will continue to hone these incredible people skills through her own dedication and commitment to building rapport, understanding, and empathizing with others, while providing equitable patient care to those of all backgrounds. The award goes to Mirna Kafarani.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to be quick like a bunny so we don't miss the match envelopes. My name is Jack Kolka. I'm the Senior House Representative, formerly Learning Communities. We, your class senate, arranged an assortment of senior superlatives to award to colleagues that embody a variety of personality traits that we all value. We got your votes as students, and I'm going to go ahead and read those winners. Please rise if your name is called. We're going to hold all applause to the end. There's 10 winners, and we're going to cheer at the end. So please just rise and stay at your seat. We'll do awards afterwards. So the first winner goes to our esteemed leader, most likely to be future dean of the medical school, Colin Hudson. All right, we'll do quick applause in between. Our next winner is what we call scavenger, the most likely to find events and freebies at the school. That's Gotham Pavar. Our next winner has got something to say, the voice of the people, most likely to be active in the class group me. You know him, Sam Kane. Their next one is a brave face, most likely to have their camera on during Zoom and be the face of the people, Tom Russo. Next one is tech support, most likely to help the faculty with computer problems, be a helping hand, Jonah Youssef. And then back again to Colin Hudson, we have DJ Sterile, most likely to have the best OR playlist as an attending surgeon, very important. Next we have our Hulk of knowledge, most likely to flex their medical school mental muscles, Tim Nold. Next, we have our humorous bone of the school. We have 2 winners, most likely to make you laugh and treat your patients with laughter, Emil Tadros and Solar Brico. And then finally, we have 2 more, specialty of destiny, most likely to have known which specialty they're going to since kindergarten, Eliza Lewis. And then, Eliza, we're going to give you another one for fiscal, best dressed in the hospital. Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, I'm on the clock. Thank you, Jack. Those were some interesting awards. I probably would have won most likely to be at the after exam party first. But before I go on to my presentation, and I know I'm short on time, don't worry, you'll get your envelopes and we'll open at noon. But I want to reflect back on my time and my match. I was sitting in your seat 26 years ago today. Not exactly your seat, though. Back then, my match day was at Scott Hall in Green Auditorium. Our envelopes were taped to our desk. We had assigned seatings. There was no family. There was no friends. And, so as soon as we opened our envelopes and cheered, everybody ran out to get to the payphone outside of the security officer's desk. Yes, I said payphone. Okay. Cell phones were the size of a brick. Flip phones were new technology. And smartphones were like sci-fi. So, we're all lined up to call our moms and dads and everybody and tell them where we matched. But, some traditions do endure. You're going to open envelopes like we did, okay, which I think is an outstanding experience. Some schools just have you open up your email, but I think it's really nice that we do this and keep that tradition alive. Soon you're going to find out where you're going to match, and you're going to have to move, pack. You're going to say goodbye to your friends and classmates, which, if you're like me, they became family. So that's kind of hard. You're going to meet new friends and colleagues and have lifelong friendships. It's no surprise that I met my wife during residency, so my life has not been the same since. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to wish you guys congratulations and your families congratulations. And I'm going to get on to the meat of the topic here today, is our match day statistics, which I'm sure everybody's eagerly looking forward to seeing. So don't worry, we only have about 60 slides. So you'll open your envelopes around 12:30 promptly. So we're going to start off with today's statistics. We had 256 match participants with a class of 259. That doesn't count our one CARMS student, Canadian match, and then the 2 who are pursuing postgraduate fellowships and research. And our match rate, 98%. Congratulations. And we're still working on that number as well. So we're still working very hard to help everybody get a spot and with their future career in mind. The national match rate, as everybody's mentioned, is lower than that, 93.5% this year, and then the couples match rate was 93.6%, and we had 7 couples. I guess you guys were on lockdown first year. That's how we know we got all these couples. The statistics for the last 8 years, as they mentioned, and it's really important to see it graphically. I mean, you can see consistently above the national average, which is really amazing for a class this size. And in addition, I think it's really important how many people stay in Michigan. You see that we're consistently there, about half the class. Last year's historic 100% match, I know everybody was like, can we get 100% again? I'm like, I don't know, we'll work on it. But 98 is pretty good. So consistently from 2017 to 24, we're over 98%. SOAP, we mentioned, so we started off with that number, and then we whittled it down to 2%. Okay, I'm going fast because I know you're eager to get your envelopes. In the match, there were 38,000 PG11 spots and 2,700 advanced spots, okay, which comes to a total of 44,000 total match positions that were offered. 20,000 U.S. seniors were vying for those spots, and 44,000 total applicants for the 40,000 positions. So some people went without a match. This is an important statistic and a really important slide. Only 49% of U.S. grads filled positions in that match in this year, which is lower than any subsequent year, okay? So in a very tough match year, you guys did outstanding. So I think that's worth mentioning, okay? So, okay. So we're gonna do this. 48% of the students stayed in Michigan. A third of you matched into primary care, okay? Like I said, I'm on the gun here. So 13 Michigan-based hospital systems. The greatest match is Henry Ford at 28. Cornell is second at 23rd. There's a tie with U of M and Trinity. Now the students are trying to figure out where they're going, right? DMC at 16 and Ascension 15. So I needed to work a little harder to recruit you guys to the DMC, apparently. Over 30 states represented. So you guys go all over the country. I know we talk about Michigan a lot, but you guys go all over the country. Michigan, 123 candidates. California is the next highest at 27. Illinois, 22. Ohio, 21. And New York, 11. 24 specialties are represented in the match. The top 3, I'm very proud to say we're number 2. Internal medicine, number 1 at 40. Emergency medicine, number 2 at 23. And family, 22, with anesthesia as a close fourth with 18. And this sort of flip-flop, usually IM and family are up there. A couple years ago, psych bumped me off the list, so I wasn't even on the infographic. And then surgery also supplanted us, but I'm glad to say we're back in the mix here, okay? And this is our specialties at a glance, and I don't know how much, we don't have much time, and I'm sure we want to get our envelopes out, and I want to turn it back over to Dr. Chadwell. But you can see we have a lot of specialties represented, and I'm probably going to turn this back over to our fearless leader, Margaret Chadwell.
All right, well, there you have it in a nutshell. So now, thanks for that summary, and now it's time to distribute those envelopes, but you cannot open them until noon precisely because it's embargoed. You may want to have your phone ready as well because you'll get your results on the phone, but we have those envelopes. Every envelope presenter is somebody who played a special part in your education, so say hello to them, give them a hug, and let's get those envelopes out. And Cullen, would you come up here with the Senate members for the toast? Would you come up here now and get ready for that? Okay.
So do I want to wait until?
Kind of let everybody get their envelopes and give a couple minutes and, yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Steffes. Thank you, thank you.
All Senate members, yep. All Senate members can come up here. Hopefully you got your envelope already, but no peeking.
Congratulations. Oh, do you have a glass?
Oh, I should grab that.
Yeah.
I gotta go pass out mine. There'll be a countdown clock, so you'll know.
Are we doing a toast?
We can do a toast.
Are we opening it here or with our family? No, let's go back to our family. Yeah. Okay. Guys, congratulations. This is a great family. Liz, you did such a good job. Good job. Guys, everyone spoke amazingly. Andrew, you did amazing. Good job. Good job. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
No one other than the tech.
Congrats. You
Look
made
at
it.
that.
Holy shit.
We matched, fam. I was already kind of
Ahlin, look alive. Look alive. Take a picture. Look alive. There you go. And all the bones.
So are you trying to like read through it? Wait a minute.
Right now.
There's no way. This is the same like cheap printer paper they have at Scott Hall. This is
Hey, this is tradition.
this is tradition, damn it.
Yeah, you're a Senate.
Come. Who are you saying?
All right, before we open these envelopes, I'm going to give a little toast. I get to do the fun part. So I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible so we can get things going. And I'm going to start it off with a little quote that I heard from a mentor when I entered medical school. And it was, "You'll laugh at your fears when you find out who you really are." And I feel like that is very applicable to this moment. You know, we're all very nervous and excited about the future, but I guarantee you this journey has been something that you'll look back at and be very happy about and just truly think about this moment as an overall success. So I just want to congratulate everybody for making this far. We truly did this during a very difficult time. Everyone always says that, but congratulations to everybody. And yeah, congratulations to the class of 2024 in this beautiful moment. Woo!